everybody, it's Erin59 here with Juanita Coley, who is a major influencer in the WFM space. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Erin. Thank you for having me.
I am super happy to have you stop by, and I understand you are big on women in technology, so I wanted to say, how's the gender ratio at the show?
Now, Erin, you already know.
I know.
You already know. So, it's definitely still male dominated, but I've been seeing a few women over here doing their little thing, so I'm excited. Oh, big thing.
Yes.
Because women in tech is a big thing.
It is a big thing.
Right? So there's some women here I would love to see more.
Yes. And over time, I think we will, right? I think women are starting to step up and doing that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, I understand you're a big fan of Five9, which is great. But most people don't think of Five9 as a WFM company, even though we do have a solution. But help me understand why we got on your radar.
Well, the reason Five9 is on my radar is because when I'm talking usually WFM and WFO, and primarily, so let's take a step back. Okay. So when I got into workforce management, I've done everything from being an RTA, scheduler, a forecaster, the whole shebang, right? Even leading the workforce management teams. And one of the things that I see with forecasting and scheduling, leaders is a lot of times they're getting poor forecasts or they're getting poor output.
Yep.
And so they're trying to solve for the output rather than looking at the symptoms.
Yes.
And so one of the things that I always tell my forecasters is trash in equals trash out.
Yes.
And so why I love Five9 is because it provides a great inlet for data, right?
Yeah.
So the data coming in is going to be great, which means then now my forecasts are going to be better. The schedules that I'm going to get are better, right? And so instead of just looking at the output of, am I, having a variance to my forecast or what are my schedules looking like, you really have to look at the root cause, which is the data sources. And so Five9 provides a great data source.
Yes, we do.
That's my long answer.
Yes, and I love long answers because, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make it easy for people to take the data and get the information out that they need. So we've been talking a lot about digital workforce here at Five9, and I'm wondering, are you seeing people treating their digital employees just like their human employees when it comes to scheduling?
So not really, not just yet, right? So when we think about digital employees, there are so many different answers to that question because we're going to say, well, are we talking about the bots? Are we talking about the IVAs, the virtual agents? What are we talking about? Are we talking about remote workers, right? And so that is still being discovered. It's still a conversation piece. And so when we talk about hybrid workers, though, so humans that are working from home, I think that we have to do more around engagement, employee engagement, making sure that employees stay connected. They still are being accounted for in the forecast. It's still being accounted for in the scheduling and all of the different, breaks and lunches and lunch and learns and all of those different activities that can go on their schedule and be engaged in the workforce while being remote and work from home. And then when we add on that extra layer, right, to talk about
the actual bots
right, then that's an extra layer of craziness that we have, which is awesome, that we have to consider.
Absolutely. I know. And we've got some great tools to help people plan that out because, as you know, the workforce management solutions are just starting to accommodate for that kind of thing.
It's going to be amazing, Erin. Like, when we get it all figured out.
Yes, it is.
I'm like a kid in the candy store when I'm like looking at all of the things that Five9's coming out, like IVAs and this and the automation. I was listening to Rowan talk at the CX Summit about, seamless interactions and I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing stuff. So I'm fangirling. But anyway.
Hey, I'll take that. You can come by and fangirl any day you want. It's great. It's great. So what are you really looking forward to for 2022?
I'm looking forward to more women in technology.
Yes.
Okay. So, and then you also know that I'm running for Miss Corporate America. So I'm doing my Miss Corporate America tour with the intent to get more women eyes on technology and what that means. What does it mean to be a woman in technology? It doesn't have to be something, me carrying all these cable cords or, and it can be, right? It can be whatever you want. And a lot of times when women think about technology, they think, or when people think about technology, they think, oh, I have to be a coder, which that's great. You can do that. But it's so many other avenues that you can do. You can be in tech sales, you can be in project management. And so just shifting that narrative around women in tech. So I'm really interested in 2022 too about really kind of pushing that agenda forward. Also, I'm always talking about customer experience and employee experience. So having more dialogue and conversation around that. Just there's so many great things that's happening.
So much going on. Yeah, that's absolutely awesome. Remind our viewers where they can find you online.
So you guys can find me online at JuanitaColey.com, also at solidrockco.net. I'm on all the socials, right? So even on TikTok, I'm creating TikTok. So you can find me on Juanita Coley, the corporate coach.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. This has been great.
Thanks so much, Erin.